Let's react to what Lil TJay had to say to what PlaqueboyMax.
Now, Lil TJay has officially responded to the situation I covered yesterday. Yesterday, I covered the story involving streamer PlaqueboyMax, rapper Lil TJay, and rapper Fabio Foreign. This situation caught a lot of attention on social media. PlaqueboyMax had not actually invited Lil TJay and Fabio Foreign to stream, but apparently they just showed up like a lot of you informed me about. During the session, Lil TJay lit up a joint inside the Airbnb that Max had rented out for the event. Max immediately told him, hey, you can't do that here. The smoke alarm might go off. Despite being told multiple times, TJ continued smoking, and Max eventually, stopped the session to make it clear that they could smoke in the backyard if they wanted to continue. Before leaving, Fabio Foreign, who's about to turn 35 in March, blew smoke in Max's face, whether intentionally or not.
Come on, man. How a 21-year-old telling you what to do at age 35? Almost at age 35. Please, man. Man, you should know better. Y'all shouldn't be doing that.
Regardless, it came across as blatantly disrespectful, and the two rappers left shortly after. Now, this is actually one of the more talked about stories in hip-hop right now. Crazy to say, but it's true. And it does actually make sense. I think stories like these hit home for a lot of people because, I'm sure we've all dealt with people who are disrespectful. So Lil TJay ended up responding to this entire situation, and honestly, I don't even know what I was expecting, but I will go ahead and say that this might be one of the worst PR moments for Lil TJay. He's a guy who usually gets talked about mainly for his music, but he has had some situations with rappers like 6ix9ine. One of the biggest stories he's been involved in the last 2 years, however, is when he survived getting shot 7 times in June 2022. He was initially in critical condition, but ended up surviving that shooting, which is of course a good thing. I'm happy he's here. I even made a video on it back then titled "Pray for Lil TJay" because I've been an avid listener of his music ever since he came into the game, which is why this story to me is so confusing. He's a very, successful young man, but obviously he still has.
Yeah, and that's tragic what happened, but still doesn't justify with being disrespectful to PlaqueboyMax. You gotta show the same respect to somebody else, like how you would want it back, So, yeah.
Has a lot of growing to do mentally. Now, Lil TJay was doing a stream last night, one of them alone, and another one with YouTuber and rapper DDG, where he responded to this situation by saying a few things. Some of the things he said was, number one, he actually said that he had no clue PlaqueboyMax was before he pulled up to the spot, and that he had never heard of him, which wouldn't be too crazy because he's just now gaining popularity. He also said that he smokes wherever he goes, which is fine, but when you're in another person's property and they politely ask you that you shouldn't be smoking, then obviously you should be respecting that wish. Lil TJay also flexed some bands, RP to speaker knockers, while saying that he would pay for the Airbnb fine that Max would have to pay if the smoke alarm went off.
But if I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro, I pulled up for Favi. PlaqueboyMax, no disrespect. I deadass didn't know you. I deadass never heard of you. I pulled up for Favi, bro. Everywhere I go, I be smoking. I pay the fine. How much the cost, bro?
But it doesn't matter. It's the fact that you overstep his words. You're basically disrespecting him. You're trying to say you don't care about his opinion, what he tells you. Even if he doesn't even allow it, or it wasn't for B&B, he does smoke. PlaqueboyMax does smoke. He said that in the stream one day, but it's still disrespectful,
How much it cost, bro? Whatever, you got this whole shit, gang. It's you. It's you.
Come on, man.
Gang.
So first of all, it's of course not about the fine that he has to pay. It's about respect, which goes without saying. Also, another thing Lil TJay didn't consider is that PlaqueboyMax streams for a living, so this is actually his job, and if he fucks around and gets banned on the Airbnb app, how is he gonna rent out spaces to keep his money flowing because he streams for a living? Seems like Lil TJay completely missed the mark, and the fact that he's flexing the bans, saying that he's gonna pay it, makes me realize that he's not taking this situation too seriously. But then on this next part, Lil TJay goes into a few things.
I'm TJ, gang. I'm in New York. How you think I'm coming, bro? Feel me? My fault. I came through, fucked up your crib. It ain't the end of the world, nigga. I ain't no sorry ass nigga. It is what it is, bro. I told you.
Bro, you shouldn't be saying that. Nah, you shouldn't be saying that. Life will humble you. Life humble you faster than you think. Trust. It will humble you. Man. Nah, I'm not being a glazer or anything for Max, but it's just the fact that y'all don't respect his opinion. Max is growing faster than what you think, TJ. You can't still be talking like that, reckless and being disrespectful.
Bro, you be alright, bro. I pay for that. And so why I didn't, I ain't gonna lie. I just felt like you yo, one, it felt like smelled like weed already. Two, you on some, yo, stop smoking, thank you. Nigga, I'm a hood, bro, regardless of the Lil TJ image, which I'm trying, feel me, keep a mid-ground now, bro. I still damn near feel like you was talking a little crazy, bro. Niggas ain't never do that. Y'all never been somewhere, no smoking, walk off, hit the.
So he did ask him politely 3 times.
But bro, it's not the fact that you're gonna smoke, like I said again. It's the fact that you gotta respect them. Like he said, no smoking, no smoking. It's not like it's in your random crib, but it's like at least they allowed it. You know, they're like, oh yeah, smoke, smoke. But no, it's actually at his place where he is renting it. Plus, he's saying to respect his privacy and his property, and basically he's like setting basically where he streams.
So I have no clue what TJ is talking about. Obviously, he's feeling the pressure of the situation, which is why I'm assuming this is clouding his judgment, because like we all seen, he wasn't rude about it. He wasn't disrespectful. He simply asked him to not smoke because the alarm is about to go off, right? Also, he mentioned how it already smelled like weed when he pulled up to the spot, which is funny because you're someone who always smokes. It's gonna always smell Zaza wherever you go, right? Ask me how I know. And this is where things get very bad, because he mentions how he's a hood nigga, right? Essentially saying that, hey, you can't tell me what to do, man. Hood ninja or not doesn't give you the right to do what the hell you want to do in people's spaces. That's common sense. Common decency. It doesn't take an astronaut to realize that, okay? But this is way worse, because he says that if he wasn't on camera, he would have slapped PlaqueboyMax.
2-3 minutes, I pulled up, and it's like, you feel me? My son said, yo, can you not smoke? Excuse me, thank you, or appreciate it. Like that, immediately. I ain't even put the blunt out. I'm like, you think I've been in jail, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I've been in jail as a minor, bro. I was a felon at 13. I don't know who supposed to think Lil TJ is, bro. You feel me? Excuse me, appreciate it. What type of reaction you really think you gonna get from that, gang? Like, you think you my mother, bro? Like, for real, to slap the shit out of you. I'm on camera, bro, so I'm woo-woo, like, you feel me? So, like, you get a little cold shoulder, like, who you talking to, feel me? And I'm like, I ain't gonna lie to you. And I don't got no problem saying that. I'm damn near mind blown. Nigga don't even care that much, bro. It's like, I'm looking like, woo, I'm here for 5 years and I'm just out, bro. I ain't even know that nigga was a streamer, though.
So there's a couple things I want to talk about here. First of all, I will say that I'm disappointed to see that Lil TJ thinks like this. 23 is young.
Come on, man. I would have thought he would have had a different apology, but it's kind of rude.
But not young enough to not realize where he went wrong. Also, this entire hood nigga mentality, gotta touch on that really quickly. You guys could hear what Lil TJ said. He said, I was a felon at 13. I don't know why that's relevant, but that's what he said. And then he kind of followed up with saying, I can't let nobody speak to me like that. People with this type of mindset.
It's not that he's overpowering you. He's just saying that's his rule in his scripts. That's it. Just respect it.
Often, rooted in the street or hood mentality, tend to see a simple, polite request as a form of disrespect or someone trying to play in their face. And there's a logical explanation for this, because growing up in a rough environment where survival is key often leads to the development of defense mechanisms. And these defense mechanisms are rooted in hypermasculinity, and they're of course designed to prevent vulnerability and avoid being seen as a victim. I can understand where he's coming from, but at a certain point, especially as a grown man, we have to stop using our past circumstances as an excuse for disrespecting others. Being a felon at 13 has nothing to do with your current reality, because you're a famous, successful.
I don't know who you are, what your channel. I'm gonna shut you out right now. Well, I'm gonna put the original video on the link, but he's speaking facts right now. Well, everything he's saying is very true. And
successful rapper with access to wealth and opportunities, that's your actual reality, right? And one of my longtime viewers hit the nail on the head. Shout out to Yeah No. She said, masculinity and fragility are often confused in hip-hop, and it's honestly sad. Completely agree, because it's 2025. This street mentality needs to go. With so many opportunities available today, why cling to a mindset that holds you back when you could be influencing others positively and making a real difference in the world? Please tell me why. The reason why so many young black men fall into this mindset is, first and foremost, the absence of father figures in their lives. As a result, they end up idolizing neighborhood drug dealers or rappers who pretend to have been those dealers. They mistakenly see that as the image of what it means to be a man, and I'm focusing on young black men because that's what I can personally relate to. But this isn't exclusive to one group of people. I mean, in general, especially on the internet, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, but you can see how the men who gain all the support are these so-called alpha males who are overly loud and aggressive. But let's be real, these types of people are usually overcompensated for something.
Okay, so that's it for him, for this situation.